Shalom, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Akwadash, double honors to my apostles and elders of great millstones who have taught me this true peace, love, and citation into the hopeful elect kings and priests who are out there bringing out this word in sincerity and in truth. Brother, I'm Awan for the Great Millstone Branch, LA, IE, back here with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Brothers and sisters, Babakusha, please excuse me for my God damn, man, for my hiccups. Soon as I press the button, just out of nowhere, just start hicking up. But Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. And so what? Restrict what? Can't stop prophecy, E. Now, Esau, hey man, this devil, he's doing everything that he can to try to stop this truth from coming out. He's got laws on the books to where you will be considered a terrorist, an opposition against his system, and be thrown in a prison for 20 years if you're not going against the war in Ukraine, against Russia. If you're not going with this man's agenda, you're an enemy. Okay? You're an enemy. Okay? You're an enemy. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who know who you are, who's preaching this word, who has this understanding, who has repented, and is gathering faith and works unto the next world to give us saved out of here. Esau looks at you as a criminal, man. You know? And I'm gonna play this video from Mike Adams. He goes all into the Restrict Act bill. Man, I really hate these hiccups right now. It's crazy how it just happened all of a sudden when I had a time to do my lessons, but it is what it is, man. I'm a muscle through it. This is Philippians, cause these devils, man, you know, whatever law they try to pass, whatever they try to do, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is gonna further his prophecy, because all Esau is doing is confirming the word of the Most High. You're doing that what the Lord wants you to do by telling the men of the Lord not to come out on who the true people of the Lord is, what the color of the Lord is, what the angels look like, who the Lord came for, what the destiny of America is. You're trying to shut that out. But the prophets of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, we're going to tell you like it is, man. Philippians 1 and 28. It says, I'm going to start at 27. Philippians 1 and 27. Only let your conversation meaning your behavior, be as it becometh the gospel of Hamashiach, the good news of Yahweh Shai, that whether I come and see you or else be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that you stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel, Salakia. And in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition, put to you of salvation and that of the Most High. Why? Because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We're the beginning of the next world. Esau is the falling of this world. The world that we see now was made for many, but the world to come was made for few. And that's the remnant of the house of Israel, the God of Israel. The ones that are repenting, the ones that are coming out from the ways of America, getting themselves right, you know. And we're not terrified about Esau, what he has to say. Oh, I'm going to lock you up in prison for 20 years, this amount of years. So what? Do what the fuck you devils have to do, man. You know? Do what you have to do. You know? Because Yahweh Shai is on his way. You know, you can't do nothing against this truth before. Only thing, Esau, you're doing, you're just confirming that the truth makes more sense. When you pass these laws, when you pass these legislations, you're just making it more confirming into our souls like, yo, this is what it is. And this is what we got to stick to. Damn devil. This is an evident token of your destruction, man. This is an evident token. Don't give a hell about your restriction law, which this guy Mike Adams, he's going to go all into it. We don't give a fuck about this, man. Bring it on. I'm going to let it play, and Lord willing, this is edifying, you know?
The Restrict Act, the anti-TikTok law, is an Orwellian nightmare that would seize web domains and imprison Americans for up to 20 years if they contradict the regime in power. Welcome to this special report. I'm Mike Adams here, the Health Ranger. I've just published a story on naturalnews.com and glitch.news. If you want to share it from there, that site's not banned. This story covers the Restrict Act and how devastating and dangerous it is to our liberty as Americans. This would be the end of freedom in America. End of the freedom to speak, end of freedom to think, to dissent, to function as a business, to engage in banking, e-commerce, cryptocurrency transactions, all of it. It would all be criminalized, and you could face up to 20 years in prison for engaging in any of those activities if the government disagrees with what you're saying or doing. So now I'm going to read the full article that I wrote. I normally don't do this, but this is such an important article, such an emergency alert. I'm going to read the full article for you here. And if you want to see the text version, you can check it out on glitch.news or naturalnews.com. Here we go. Anytime the government promises to make you safer, beware of their intentions. The media amplified hysteria over TikTok, a video social media platform built and run by communist China, has handed the power opportunists in Washington, D.C. a cover story to try to control all online speech through the introduction of the S-686 Restrict Act, sponsored by an anti-free speech zealot on the left, Senator Mark Warner. The bill, introduced on March 7, 2023, uses TikTok's popularity as an excuse to criminalize American-run websites, platforms, and blogs that merely disagree with the government regime on literally any topic: vaccines, Russia, elections, bank runs, currency, transgenderism, climate change, and so on. The weaponization potential of the bill is unlimited, as it can be applied to anything that's merely deemed to be in the, quote, national security interest of the United States. The bill text explicitly states that the government may enforce, quote, any mitigation measure against any person or any property by merely deciding that an article, video, podcast, platform, or other content item contains content that they don't like. This is not a law that targets Chinese communists or TikTok. It's a law targeting Americans and threatening them with prison time if they say anything the current regime in power doesn't like. Under the proposed law, any content that the regime decides poses an undue risk to the safety of United States persons can be removed by any means necessary, including domain seizures by the DHS or other forms of sabotage, i.e. mitigation, which might include the government firebombing data centers or assassinating Americans. To annihilate
Firebombing data centers. Listen, Esau is not playing. You know? He's trying to cut all corners out, all avenues, all that. This devil is not playing.
All Christian content on the web, the Biden regime can simply declare that Bible scripture compromises the safety of the trans community and therefore must be removed by any means necessary.
Hold on, Mike. Bible scripture compromises the safety of the community of the LGBT. Hey, listen. Hey, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai will rain missiles on this place. If you speak against this community, they're coming down on you. This is part of the Restrict Act. You can't say nothing against that community, right? You can't say nothing against anything that goes against this man's narrative. Ultimately, you're getting hit with football numbers. Period, point blank. I don't care what group you in. I don't care what you're saying. It don't matter. It don't matter. Esau don't care. You know, Israel or not, he's locking your ass up. You know, but mainly targeting the prophets because we're so out there with it. And you got the children of this world being wiser than the children of light, which are you Israelites. But Esau, Edom, own tongue falling upon himself. You got devils telling on the devil. The scriptures say, if Satan be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? How can a man's kingdom stand when everybody is all in division amongst each other? You got the U.S. allies spying on its own allies. You got the U.S. allies siding with the other team. So we in that time, brothers. Let me keep going.
We could literally see the U.S. government burning down churches to destroy web hosting data centers that are held there.
Hey, you can, and that's going on already in Israel. You got the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu going into certain mosques, knocking over the head Palestinians. All right, for worshiping. They can't teach the Bible. They're trying to ban the Bible. But these are the 12. These are the 12 tribes. Are you kidding me? These are the Lord's chosen people. But scriptures say there would be peace in the land. There wouldn't be no wars. There wouldn't be no fighting. It wouldn't be no bloodshed. What do you have going on in Israel right now? Bloodshed. Blood touches blood going on in Israel right now. Missile strikes. But they're the Lord's people. Get your ass out of here, man. Matter of fact, as I keep talking, let me get another scripture. Man, and I'm on a clock too. I actually kind of clocked out. I'm on my second gig. But, you know, Jake tired as hell, man. It is what it is. I said I got these notifications popping up. Salakia. This is Deuteronomy 2:25. This day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee and shall tremble and be anguished because of thee. You know, and these nations are anguished because of us. You know, they hear about our reputation as being the people of the Lord. What happened when all the nations touched the people of the Most High? They got dealt with. Pharaoh got dealt with. Him and the host of his chariots got dealt with. All the kings of the earth got dealt with. And you don't think Esau is different? You think this man just slaughtered millions of southern and northern tribes and he just gets away with it? You got to be playing the Most High for a fool, you idiot. Because that ain't happening. These damn hiccups, man, got me pausing in my words. Sentences.
Government has been running sabotage operations against food and energy infrastructure for at least the last 2 years, so this isn't a stretch at all. Those merely deemed in violation of the Restrict Act, utterly without any court hearings or opportunity for a legal defense, may have all their assets, properties, computers, websites, servers.
So your computer, your money, your job, your own freedom stripped away from you. Scriptures say, let me get that real quick. What's that, Isaiah? I gotta skip up. Let me see. Isaiah 59 and 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he Salakia. And he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Yeah, you know, you depart from evil. You make yourself a prey, because why? You're not siding with the society. You're not saying yeah with the society. You're not with the going on game. You're going against the grain in this world. You're going against homosexuality, bestiality, same-sex marriage, fucking the C hip, the V hip, all that. You're going against all that. Therefore, you're going to be the main target. You're going to be the one looked at as the eyeball, the standout, the sore thumb. Like, what's wrong with this guy? He needs to be healed. Something's wrong with him. Well, it ain't nothing wrong with us. Shit, what's wrong with you? The world has turned fucking upside down, and we're turning it right side up. But Jake is like, no, I like it like this. Put the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. They like to have shit upside down in this society. Jake likes to have shit upside down in this society. But Esau, hey, he about to prove to you, Jakes, that he ain't, even though he is bringing a upside down in society, he's letting you know you ain't in it.
And other items confiscated at gunpoint by the government with zero recourse or due process. Even worse, the act specifically prohibits FOIA requests, that's Freedom of Information Act, from being honored in order to make sure the tyrannical government can keep the list of Resist Act targets a secret. What the U.S. government did to Julian Assange is about to do to millions of American citizens, perhaps even you. From the bill text, it's
perhaps even you, perhaps even me. And I'm going to stop it there, because I'm a little bit long-winded with this video tonight. I don't want to make it too long, but these devils, they're scared as hell. They're scared. They see us coming up out of our dead state, They see us coming out telling the truth, and they are fucking scared, man. Revelations 11:11, and after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right? After that 350 years of us being in hardcore bondage from 1619 all the way to the late 1970s, we was in hardcore bondage. But once the Spirit of the Lord came upon us through that divine intervention with a man by the name of Abba Bivens, with the teachers on under them through the elect line, now these devils are fucking scared as shit. Like, oh, how the fuck, how the fuck did they, we did so much. We try to hide this from them. And now they know. And now you can't do nothing. You can't do shit, E. You can't do nothing against this truth before. It doesn't matter about your laws that you pass. You're not gonna. The Lord ain't giving your ass a pass, man. The Restrict Act. Fuck you and your Restrict Act. The Restrict Act.
Restrict Act grants authority to seize or mitigate, i.e. destroy or sabotage, all the following. This is from the bill. Internet hosting services, cloud-based or distributed computing and data storage, machine learning, predictive analysis, and data science products and services, including those involving the provision of services to assist a party to utilize, manage, or maintain open source software. See, this is an attack on the open source community as well. Managed services and content delivery services. This would, of course, include all websites, including all e-commerce sites. Thus, if you sell anything the government doesn't like, they can confiscate all your bank accounts, web domain, company servers, product inventory, and anything else they deem to be related. In addition, the Restrict Act threatens total government control over cryptocurrency and other vast technologies such as quantum cryptography.
Basically, E taking over everything, man. E is taking over it all. And if you ain't bowing the knee to that man, you gonna get killed. How he feel about it? But the elect ain't taking no knee for this, man. This is Deuteronomy 2:25. This day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee. They don't have that now because the Lord ain't moved on them yet. But once the Lord move on them, then they gonna recognize that who the Lord elect is, because they're gonna get that power. They're gonna stand up. We already standing up against this on a lower level. How much more when the Most High puts that spirit on us? You know, when he puts that spirit on us, you know, once the Lord put that spirit on us, it's a wrap. You know, these goddamn devils with their fucking restrict act. Esau, man, yo. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and unright grievousness which they have prescribed. Esau putting this shit on the books, man. About the restriction act. Give him 20 years if he ain't agreeing with what we saying. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Okay? It's an unrighteous decree when you decree that somebody's telling you the truth to rebuttal your opinion. That's a wicked decree. Like, oh, let me make up this law, all right, that justify this lie to go against the truth. That is a wicked decree, Esau. And that's what you're trying to fucking do, man. That's what you're doing. But the Lord got you, man. The Lord got your ass. Call on Yahweh Shimi Al Shai by Shimmer Kakudash, a ball. Till next one, I say Shalom. Damn hiccups, man.